Good morning. So our content tonight is taken from Mark 9:43, and it's all about sin by the people created by humans versus it's better to have uh, physically handicapped or so many difficulties and disabled while in still in life than being dumped in the lake of fire. So everyone is so afraid of fire. So I don't know, but for me physically it's really meaning, it's two visions for me. Meaning to say that because in my case when I went there, meaning when I was dumped in the lake of fire, it's once you are soul or spirits, it's really difficult. But there's the thing, I think there is a secret also with that, because meaning it's not your it's not you as a human being. It's like me, not me, that this body is going to suffer it in the lake of fire. It's the spirits. So I think most of the writers in the Holy Bible, they are talking here the spirits. They are more concerned on the spirits. They don't care about, imagine yourself, yes, meaning when you're dead, you cannot be dumped in the lake of fire, in the endlessly fire. But how's the life now? Imagine myself, if I don't have hands, just for in case I don't have a hand, you know what, how difficult it is. Physically it's difficult to see or to watch. But if you are the person emotionally, it's meaning, although anybody will say, oh, you're beautiful, you're this and that, even if you are persons with difficulty or persons with disability. But at the end of the day, you're still ugly, you're still not looking good, you're still crippled, you're still blind, you're still this and that, especially if it's getting from birth. Meaning when the child is born physically handicapped or physically having difficulties, it's really difficult. So meaning, in my views, I am a special education teacher. So that's why one of my obsession is to study what's the brain and the intellectual capacity of of any mentally deranged humans, especially that's in the school, in the school settings, in my college years, even now, but especially my students. So but in normal aspects, as a mother or a father, like me and my case with Michael, we didn't have, meaning, the reason why, meaning, my life is so dramatic and so traumatic as well, because the successful of the reincarnation process of Michael and I, being so-called, meaning Michael himself excluding myself, meaning, I did also a crucifixion, meaning intentionally, in behalf to really feel how much the pain he had, then how much, meaning, I want to feel it as well. So isn't it's amazing, right? Meaning, the meaning, our child would be the real face of God, because Michael is, meaning, he is considered, it's not even me who proclaim, or any religious leaders who proclaim, oh, meaning, he passed the standard, his sufferings and pains and love and this and that passed the standard of the crucifixion of the cross. And then, wow, it's amazing, meaning, and then it's like, oh my god, that's pretty nice. So I did also for myself, so that, meaning, it's coherent. And then imagine that, and then but our weary, and then if we have, imagine if we have a child, and then in the real settings also, physical aspects as well, our problem, if we had a child, it's really amazing, right? So now our point there, our content is all about being dumped in the lake of fire. So meaning, based on our experience, the most difficult being dumped in the lake of fire right now, my life is the life when you are sick, the life where, especially unintentionally sickness. So in case of Michael, imagine that, I trusted science in order for him to prepared with him prepared him to be with God, and meaning, to cheat Jesus because he's dead. The Jesus Christ, that Zangi is dead, so Michael is also dying. So probably, meaning, he can go in there and check on him, and they might be friends, because he was my greatest love, and I don't believe that he's been reincarnated back or came back from the dead based on his situations. Imagine that you are, meaning, miraculous, doing miraculous things, and then you were crucified, you were killed, you are judged by the people, and then, meaning, in the ancient times, how much ego and pride in the ancient times, too much. Like, even if they will say, imagine the racial discriminations nowadays that is really in the US. They are so very fighting against each other's, white versus blacks, because of the racial discriminations. Imagine yourself in the ancient times, that you are claimant as God, or whatever claimants God was, son of man, or what's wrong with son of man anyway. So it's kind of, these religious people are so, that's why when I was under 7 years old, I was, meaning, I really knew that why these guys are so this and that, you are this and that, you are this and that. Pastors, excuse me, we don't have rice in our home. My father is really, meaning, went to fishing for how many days, and just wanted to go to the church, because at the end of the week we need to rest. How come your preachings is this and that? And then our church, just me, it's even donated by my grandparents, woods, and all kinds of things. Even the land property is owned by my relatives, and these people are teaching about God. Where is that? Who is that person, or spirits, meaning, show up right now? That's what my when I was young, that's literally my mental, or mental understandings about religions and faith. And at the same time, meaning, it's just a matter of, we have brains. What's the use of our physical body and our understanding, right? So it's just, we just like that, we just be like, meaning, I cannot label also abnormal children to be like that, because it's the mistakes of their parents. So it's the actions, is the result of the actions of the parents. So everything is from us, but what happened to us human beings is that we blame it to God, especially if we have problems. That's why all of us is expecting that the Jesus Christ, when Jesus Christ reincarnated, imagine, they killed him already. We already believe that he is Lord and Savior. He was killed by the judgment based from the people, or our ancestors. Because, meaning, we are human beings. It's not even the priest who judge him to be crucified in the cross. It's the people, because they don't accepted him as God, or son of man, or son of God, because it should be King Herod, because Jesus was poor during this time, and so violators, because he was healing crippled. And to be honest with you folks, those times, we understand, it's for them, it's so scary. Imagine dead man and then mixed alive by a man or a person. So it's scary, it was scary, and it's so cliche or creepy. Even nowadays in the Philippines, it's like, you're an aswang, or hiwit, or whatsoever. So that's basically now what is our topic is all about, is how come we are so afraid to be dumped in the lake of fire, knowing we are just alone over there. Why not for me, why not settle our life now, so that, meaning, anyway, based on my experience, I already proved it too, also, that it's true. Yes, we are going to dump in there, but at the end of the day, if we dump in there, hell or fear, no, that's just where all the televisions and entertainment industry got their satellites, and all the social medias and online worlds got their satellite and wi-fi connections. Even our air or our breath, we are getting that from the fire. So what's wrong with that? And then it's like, it's just, imagine yourself that it's just me, no one ever since there. So it's like, I was laughing when I was in on fire at the infierno, or hell, to be the exact descriptions for me. I was laughing, and I was mad, Because really, this is how much I spent and how much rotten my late partner's body, and this just for this, and then money for others, then for me, i- all suck off my millions. Excuse me. That's basically my point. So you guys, meaning no matter what we do in life, we you already heard that there's someone already been there. Do your thing, because no matter what happened, even religious leaders, there's no perfect perfectionism. There's no one on earth, like if you say, you know what, I'm so very perfect, everybody was say, excuse me. So meaning you are better than me or better than anyone, so go ahead. So if we will be all dumped in the lake of fire, then if you would like to be dumped in the lake of fire, go ahead. But the physical life now is so difficult. And who makes it difficult? Me or you or the government as a whole? Because who is the one that is knew the secret of the citizens, handles the life of the citizens in order to find happiness? It's not the religion that is doing that, it's the government. So I'm not an anti-government anyway. I'm a government employee. So I love my government so much. And my problem is, meaning, I don't care. My problem is it's all about God. So it's the religious job to do it in order for us to have a world peacefulness, and at the same time we can live accordingly, that we all died with money. The strongest, the money you have, more money you have to spend for your hospitalizations to extend your life once you are sick. Go ahead. If you have also those kind of pastors that really treat when you get crippled, go ahead. So it's not a sin anymore. So, and then there's a judge, so let's bring it on.